Hold up. Right, we inside there. We done start
Word.
Hostility
The
podcast.
Normal shit.
I understand. Special edition. Every time we do this, it's like a special
special
edition because we don't do it regularly.
regular
Right?
as much
Yeah.
thing. Due to COVID and certain situations and whatnot.
Since before COVID, we kind of.
That were the certain situations
understand?
coming.
Yeah.
Because remember I
yeah.
had my thing going on.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So,
By the way, Doughboy, I don't think we introduced ourselves. So,
yeah, Doughboy.
Micwise.
Oh God, we don't need to introduce people. I'm not listening to shit. Know who
No,
we,
people don't know who we are.
who
But we are here to
are.
tell them who we are, in fact. Keep going.
Mike album came out. Another piece of classic work. Bitch ass
Dirty
nigga
Pages.
send it for me. I had to go on YouTube and listen to thing. My friends,
Certain people.
my friends,
Hey. I want people to experience it the same way.
my friends. But anyhow, getting aside from that, the album is basically top notch, as we normally does say with any one of Mike's project. This might be, in my eyes, the second best album that he did since Hate 68.
868.
Yeah.
So you rank this as second in my overall.
They your second best album.
Yeah, I kind of see that too.
Yeah.
I
Can't shake that.
can't shake that because I know what 868 was.
Yeah.
868 was kind of meant to not be topped. I
I
think I could top it, but it wasn't meant to be topped on the first try. Like, it's one of those where I could see myself later on topping it.
Yeah. Now we taking it behind the scenes. So, Mike, what was the whole outlook you going to do this album?
All right, so basically, 868 was strict theme.
Yeah.
Then Y squared with John squared. That was not a strict team, but it had certain
It was layout.
layouts in terms of how he's got to do it. So I just wanted to get back to making songs for the sake of just making songs.
Penning,
So
yeah.
Dirty Pages wasn't even meant to be an album. I was just recording here and beats recording, here and beats recording. You understand? And eventually you reach to about 30, 40 songs.
Yeah.
And it's like,
What am I going to do with all
what
of
I going
these?
to do? A lot of them I put out as singles this year. So like Identity Freestyle, where you were V for V Freestyle, So It Goes, Cold, like all those were songs that was made within that same time frame. You understand? And I say I had to make an album out of something, out of these. So you know how it is with picking tracks and sequencing and things.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, all right.
We're following.
Yeah. So there are a few standout ones where it's like, yeah, this had to go on the album from the earlys. And then just to
will be-
kind of build around those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I know that did come out early was Payback.
Yeah.
Right. Payback. Yeah, Payback was actually a single.
Well, here the thing, yeah, Payback was a single. I wasn't going to put anything that was previously released on the album.
Yeah.
So me and Heezy Hines have another song. But we ran into some technical difficulties with his engineer.
Okay.
So we couldn't finish that other one that we
On
have
time, yeah,
in
on
time.
time.
So I was like, and I want to have Heezy on the album.
By the way, dude sound like Vinny Paz, dog.
First time I hear that about him, I will
Yeah.
tell it. Anyway, he'll be listening to this, I'm sure. So yeah, I had to have Heezy Hines on this. So I was like, shit, let me just put Payback. Because Payback to me, like, I find that's one of the best songs I personally ever do. It's my favorite verse I ever did. So I could make an exception for that to put that on the album.
And plus, the song good and Heezy was no slouch on the track.
It was yeah, Heezy, dog. Heezy pushed me to even go like that now, boy. Because I heard his verse first. He sounded like a video, just spitting the verse on some other beat. I was like, oh, this motherfucker going. You understand? Because he always rapping at that high level to me. So I was like, sit down, lock in, and go the fuck in myself now, boy. So I made an exception for that. I was like, I'll put that because I had to have Heezy on this project. You understand? So that's the only one that was previously released.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I could dig that. So it had that time frame between this one, 868 did come out around
August 25th. No, August. Did I do that? Independence Day?
Yeah, I think it did drop Independence Day last year.
No, I think it's the 25th, you know. It's August. I know it's August for sure.
Around
Late
Independence
August,
Day,
too.
around
Around that
Independence
day, yeah, it
time.
was around Independence. And that Y squared was November.
Right. So it had months you just being
Even in
in the
like
studio.
even in like recording, like finishing up, I was working a lot on Y squared when I was mixing and mastering 868. Then we finish Y squared. And in between that I was doing in between 868 coming out and working on Y squared, I was working on tracks that would be
Well, end up
on Dirty Pages.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
You didn't have the idea of the album, but
yeah.
you had tracks put up.
Matter of fact, the song Spectacle with Dirty Boy Fresh.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
first song that's the earliest Dirty Pages song that was done in 2019.
That Dirty Boy Fresh track ill.
Yeah. So like I had that like pre-hate, 6 hate, everything.
Yeah, that ill. And what I like about that track is how it sung like how it was trying to outdo each other, basically.
I forget who verse first, but that beat we do, that is not the original beat.
Oh.
We do it on our next beat. And then I was like, I fed up with this original beat, I gotta make a beat. So that beat you hear is me. I just kind of,
sweet.
yeah, I just take the acapella and just build around that.
All right. But the way how it sung, it sounded like it was
Yeah, well, you know,
fighting
like
for that position.
lyricists, that's what, you know, people just do on songs. Is like, yeah, we trying to make a good song, but part of, when lyricists come together, part of it being a good song is that, you know, that trying to not kill the other person, but you know what I mean? Not like,
you don't
pull
want
up
to be
at
the
that
one,
level. Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
be the one spitting booty.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
You look bad.
I really
especially
like
on your
that.
track,
I really like that song.
Yeah, I vibe it.
I find it's like a
Yeah,
sleeper. It's like,
yeah.
it's not the obvious one people will go to first off, but it's something that will grow on people.
Factual.
Yeah.
That. Oh, I don't even have a list out of the tracks.
Yeah. But I mean, we could just do overall discussion. You know.
The track with Gemini,
Yeah.
right? What lead to that happening?
No, well, I had that verse. I just had that verse on that beat, and I didn't know what to do with it. If to leave it just so, or if to put like a dialogue movie sample, or what. I didn't even know it was gonna be the intro. It's after a while I decided, yo, this could be our intro for the album. And I thought, I was like, let me get a female voice on this.
Yeah, voice.
So I top Gemini, I explained the concept of the song and the album, and you know, she knocked it out one time.
All right, good. And well, now we gotta get to my favorite track right now. Track with Raskas. I like track with Raskas.
Yeah.
Drink the whiskey. How that'll come about to me.
Yeah, well, I think it's our two collabs people want to know how it came
Came to
about.
me, yeah. We'll get to the Asia one because you know PA strong and steady.
Well,
and
two of
that
them
shit.
came out the same way, you know, so I could answer.
Well, yeah.
Kill two birds with one stone.
One stone, yeah.
Basically, my manager Joe Black, his family has a connection to a producer that works with two of them.
Okay. Wait.
So it's just a case of bringing my music to them and, you know, let me make something happen now. Yeah. And it was easy than you would think on the pockets. Easier than you would think, you know. So, and, you know, they were happy to do it because them is men.
And now I'm not going to say those dudes them appreciate lyricism.
Yeah, and them do watch name and fame and
yeah,
all this kind of thing. If they hear dope shit, they want to be a part
guys,
of it.
if it's spitting, it's spitting. And they don't care what country you're from or anything.
Yeah.
Once you had that mass, them they appreciate you carrying on this thing and whatnot. Now, the track with Planet Asia and J Smoke
Yeah.
is another one that a lot of people like.
Yeah.
Right? um, J Smoke just happened to be in the studio that day, just randomly.
Nah, I just wanted a way
Oh.
to close out the song.
That way you got short.
That's why it's kind of like a hook, but it's not a hook, but it's like a hook. It's not a bridge. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, I just like it because he bring a different element with the harmonies and just the tone and everything. So that track very upbeat and busy. It's like as soon as Planet Asia come in, it relentless. It just go in. Right after Planet Asia, I come in, verse thing, and then Smoke come in, busy, and then the track just done.
Smoke was saying on it, girl, might rub people the wrong way in the sense with the pandemic and thing, because we was kind of talking about being dickheads and that.
I love it because it's like that is what he wanted to get off his chest at that time, and I don't censor nobody. I mean, we all know what side of the line I fall in with regards to being safe for COVID. I've stated it many times. I will state it here because the situation is dire. Please go and get your fucking vaccine. I don't want to turn this into this big pro-vax fucking infomercial, but get your fucking vaccine, please. It saves lives. I can tell you specific incidences about things. That, right? Not I say incidences. Incidents, sorry, I've been up.
Nothing.
Fuck wrong with me. Anyway, so off of that, I just, I let him
vent.
Get what you gotta get off your chest. That's the type of artist I am when I work with people. Do your thing.
And build is
drill. Build and Mania, 2 drill beats.
Well, build is what I heard was again due to YouTube. That was the first one that I heard, so I remember thinking. But Mania, I'll go touch on Mania first, then I'll go get back to Bill. Mania with Akim Reloaded. Well, I know the coming about and the connection that Reloaded have. We know Reloaded since we 6326 days and
over 10 years we know Reloaded.
I was since 6326 days we know Reloaded and whatnot. And Hip Hop Mania and thing. What make him reach out now to say, well, Mike, let me do this?
Every time I see him over the past couple of years, he always, want to do something, want to throw an event, want to do something with me. He actually hit me up about like doing a DJ drama style hosting of a tape where, he would talk over basically the whole tape. Which I have no, I would do that.
Yeah.
But I didn't have music at the time where I wanted to have a whole project like that. So maybe in the future.
That one I'm going to say, it always, time and opportunity.
That is something that could definitely happen. In terms of this song though, I always keep it in mind that he was willing to do that. So when this song come about, I just heard that element now.
Yeah,
I heard that kind of...
listening to them drill beats.
Yeah. I heard that kind of local DJ drama vibes now. It's hard that people could have reached out, but to me, I always find, hearing him on air and hearing him in parties, I find he had the voice for it. Never hear him on a song before, so I was like, we put this together, let me see how it's sung, and I call him on a Friday. He come on Saturday right here where we are in Filthy Ghost Studios. He came right here, lay down, quick,
In and out.
Air take no set of takes. He know what he was about.
In and out, bong bong.
Yeah.
All right, and well, Bill is a drill beat that you let me hear when we was supposed to be doing.
Nah, I never let you hear this.
No, you never hear that because not the song itself.
The beat?
The beat, yeah. You never hear the beat because it was saying boy spazzing on these drills.
Yeah. I didn't know I played
because
it
we was talking in the studio that was by Joe Black. We was talking and you because they send you a drill and then you're like, dog, I spazzing on these drill them. And then you play a song for me.
I play V for V freestyle.
Right, you play that for me and then you start playing this beat and listening to it. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Drill.
That would have been the beat for Bill,
drill, but so that put a timeline on that. That was March,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but
That was
that'll be
March.
sometime after
Yeah.
that.
Now, well, when we listened, that was early March because
Yeah, I probably record that same month.
Yeah,
That one of them. That was one of them ones when you lay that down. It's like, yeah, I have one here, but
yeah.
son.
And now we get into the drill now. Normally use a boom bap man, right? You find drill is something more easier for it to run on right now than a boom bap beat.
I wouldn't say easier. It's a different kind of challenge because you had to bring the same level of lyricism on anything that I do. Plus, how them drums lay out, you could hit so much different pockets where it's like you're taking the flow here, there. Yeah.
Lyricism is not a problem.
That is the base, that is the standard. But you're doing that, plus you had to hit the different pockets, and it's like writing on a drill is like doing a different kind of dance, but it's getting that zone.
spaces,
It's
yeah, the spaces.
different. I love doing
The
it.
spaces, the kick counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, kick drum cuts and thing. Yeah, I could understand that. I could dig that. But
But when I did Bill, like I played that for people, and it's like
yeah,
I played that for some of them boys them over the hill at
Mm-hmm.
time, and you know when you play a thing for people, it's like hey, it's hard, but
yeah.
But that when I played that, man was going crazy for that.
Spazzing.
Yeah, man was like yo.
But the idea behind, well, why listening it is basically like middle finger to the local radio thing with what we building this and
Yeah.
we taking over and we building over this
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Or you had to take that.
Yeah, because you know you can't wait for people to like come and say, hey, I go play a song. Nah, we ain't waiting for nobody. If after the fact you want to support we and push, we fine, but we not waiting for nobody.
Yeah.
We will build this with or without you.
But
That's
truer words can't be spoken. That's all I can say. Truer words can't be spoken.
Yeah. I like how you come with the track list and you just going off how you remember and it make the conversation flow natural. I like this.
And well, then I try to remember the.
Let me see what interesting stories I could tell about songs, boy.
Yeah, well,
6 out of these 13 songs, they were the version that you hear was not the first beat I record. So like Spectacle with Dirty Boy Fresh, I record that on the next beat. Mania if originally was another beat.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't know that.
Smoke Signals is another beat. I take the acapella and reproduce. Sparrow. I write Sparrow to fucking J Dilla live instrumental.
Okay. I'm now coming to get to Sparrow. What inspired to do that Sparrow track?
The J Dilla beat that I originally wrote
just
too.
Vibing to that beat.
Yeah, because that beat is like they might as life. If I don't know if you heard the song Proof did on it. A good few people rap on it.
Yeah. Okay.
That J Dilla beat is like it is bring out. Yeah, you're spitting your hard shit, but you're coming with like real stories with it too. So that's how I start with like, you know, talk about my dad, introduce him to Sparrow, the Calypsonian, and that's where I get the love for wordplay and stuff too. It's really because of he, you know, and then just kind of building off of that. That was just, you know, sometimes I just want to hear a beat and sit down and write.
Yeah.
With no hook.
It just hit you.
No
like
hook, no restrictions, no nothing. Wherever you feel.
Like that, hit you like that.
You know, on your chest, you just do it.
Just do it. It hit you like that. You're like, whoa. I just can't run. Just run.
Yeah, just run with it.
Just run.
Nah, me and then I was like, I record a version, so there's a version of me on the live beat.
Okay.
Yeah. With that same verse, and then I say, you know what, I wanna try it on an original beat, and then I fall in love with the new version.
Not get sued.
Yeah, and
not get sued.
I was gonna run on the J Dilla and put it on YouTube. Then when I do it on an original beat, I was like, I was gonna do it as one of the singles throughout the year. I just have it as that.
Okay.
I even shoot a little visual for it just to pour, but then I was like, nah, but it's too crazy.
I
I had to put this on the album.
This had to be
Yeah. you know.
And then it have another song where you was talking about your dad and your mom.
Overdue. Yeah.
Overdue. And then talking about the standards that them instill in you.
Yeah. That's some real shit, you know. I think in this day and age, if you talk about quote unquote millennials, which we are, especially with this condition of the world, a lot of people are very skeptical to be parents.
Like,
So that is something I really.
click it are like two dads. They're like two dads in the whole clique. We like all of us like, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, and that's just it for me. It's like,
Yeah, fuck that shit. But
I mean, ashamed to say I was raised not wealthy or well off, but I was raised well. Come from a loving home and things. So it's like, I know, to me, parenting have a certain standard.
for you to meet.
Nah, standard is like, I just always just doubt myself if I could reach that standard. So, you know what they say, just put your feelings in the music.
In the music, yeah, but
So I just structured, like, first verse about my dad raising me, second verse about my mom, especially after he passed away. And then the third verse is like, me where I am now with this thought, with these thoughts now.
Being of age.
Yeah.
Being of age, you know, where shit.
Yeah, that age where,
Which people
start to ask and things.
Yeah, but when you get had family and thing, and
I'm not saying I will never be a father, but it's just that's my mindset right now.
Yeah, just to track it like, I don't think I could be them.
Yeah, I probably could.
Yeah, but
I'm sure I could, but it's just, you know, that's my take on that, you know what I mean? But people, that song Overdue, that's a lot of people's favorite songs, never hit me up, message me. It's like, dog, overdue, boy. Yeah. He real.
Yeah.
Chat always like when I get on that personal level shit, you know? Yeah.
And, well, we can end it off with your favorite track.
One of my favorites, yeah.
Well, one of your favorite, Grand Plan.
Grand Plan, yeah. I find that one of the best beats on the project.
Okay.
Again, that's a song where I had the verses on another beat first. I just had those verses on the next beat. Fell out of love with the beat. Didn't even have a hook on that first version. Just had the verses, studying what to do with the hook. I was like, eventually I'll get a better beat for this, which I did. Big up to L. David, producing a monster.
Okay.
Yeah, son. It's one of those beats that I can sit down and just listen to that beat and just be hypnotized by it. No, it's like, it's one of those, you know. So, did the verses, came up with the hook. I kind of throw it back to Spot Rushers when I say Trini man run the route still, you understand? Because it had some, like, fight down at Trini, so it had this whole Trini theme. I was like, I pay homage, because we just pay homage to Jay-Z bars and Nas bars and things like, let me take it back local, you know. Because remember, we was youths.
Yeah, when them was
Spot Rushers, you know, remember
when them
that
was
song.
making the run.
Trini man run the route. Yeah.
When them was making the run, we was youths at that time.
Yeah. So, I said, I'm going to put that line in there. And that's one of them songs where, when I first do it, I didn't realize it's one of those, like, the more you listen, is like, the more special it is get to you. You understand?
With me, with that track is, like, you went through the whole process reaching out where you at now, when you're like, if I could tell my 16-year-old self
Yeah.
where it'll be now.
Yeah. It would be crazy. I say that's on, like, Smoke Signals at the end. I was like, because Smoke Signals is one I'll touch on too. It has so much hidden gems that only certain people will get. So, first of all, the name of the song, Smoke Signals, when I say, me and Never would be a terror, every second would train, alerted by smoke signals to come rescue the game. So, you know, a smoke signal is something that alerts you to come and help or something. But when we was in school, Smoke Signals was the rap group. That was done, Khan, Romeo. Them was the one.
That was the...
Yeah. So it's a lot of people listening wouldn't know that, but that's just a little hidden gem. Certain people
if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, so Smoke Signals was the group who was rapping a couple years before us, and
them was
I just always see them, man, and them every time I see Don and I don't see Khan so much. I see Romeo, I see Don most, and it's always love and respect. I'm glad that, you know, I kind of fly in the flag for rappers from that school.
Yeah,
You know what I
from
mean?
that.
They got Prez Sando one time. So yeah, I had to do that.
And again, most of our history intertwined with that in that sense, because although I didn't went to prayers, I was battling men in prayers, and that's how you heard about me.
Yeah.
Being a battle
Used
rapper
to
at the
be,
time,
yeah.
being a battle rapper at the
Yeah.
time and coming to schools and battling men.
Yeah. You used to have freestyle with Kari and them.
Yeah,
And
so that was say like I get, because I know that era during that time was,
yeah.
if you know, you know, yeah, Chad, you, them boys, them.
Yeah.
So I hope Chad appreciate that shout out.
Yeah. I had to put some little gems in
Yeah,
there,
I
man.
hope you appreciate that.
Nah, he
shout out.
does. Me and Chad got to work on a song soon too. We're talking about that. So, you know, hopefully before the end of the year we have something. We mightn't release it before the end of the year, but when we do it, I go shoot it to
It
you.
is the fucking end of the year.
Well, we have a month to go again.
It is the end of the year in December, dog.
So we gonna do it in December. But I ain't gonna release nothing new.
From the time it reaches 21st, it have nothing else to do. They just hammer and rum time.
So we had to finish it before the 21st, because I my code too.
Yeah, son, that was
At a certain point in December, I just shut off. So
I relax time now, I tell him. And if it not on the 21st, that is the end of that, right?
yeah. So
The other rate. And then it ain't hard like to say, well, it's our carnival season.
yeah, at all.
Yeah.
It's all
So
like that.
it just work season.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any. I said a lot about the album. I made the album, so I said a lot on the album, I should
yeah.
say. Any closing remarks that you would have?
Personally, well, again, the first time I ain't get the album pre-hand, so I had to listen it with everybody. And I didn't been disappointed with any of your releases in the past 7 years.
Yeah.
Because there are like 1 or 2 mixtapes, and that was like in the earlys.
Yeah.
That when you're finding your footing.
To me, I was like 2015 come up. That is my
That when you're finding your footing. So, but most people you know how much I rate Hate 68, because I know that was your baby at the time. And now to see Dirty Pages, and it was just a project that you put together and it ended up gelling so well.
Yeah. That is the trick.
Yeah, it ended up
Picking
gelling so
out,
well.
because it is really feel like our project. Like I listen to that and it's like, yo, this is feel like how our album's supposed to feel.
With no planning.
Yeah,
With no planning, and you make such a good masterpiece. So that was say, most bad artists will always blame his tools. So you didn't blame nothing. It just end up being like, watch, I have all this work here.
Yeah.
I'll just put it together and make a project since nobody
make
got a
something
project.
cohesive that fit now.
You understand? Just like, yeah. And it was a good project. Now, 2022, right?
Yeah.
They just me spitballing and whatnot. But I don't think, or I don't think it behooves you to make like extremely thought out album right now. So
You think I will?
No, like no, but you could, but it don't behoove you to do it right now, because you're proving yourself that how what I could just take tracks that I have and make something. I don't need to plan out an album, right? So why I say it don't behoove you to do it is that how when you do it, it could just be a lot of time that you ain't planned for it to be sitting on and thinking. Or you might overthink it and it might be good. So
I think it's a different ways to make an album. Like as a person, I don't like
I'm
to
not
stay.
saying
I don't like
neither,
to stick
but-
on one process
But
too long.
as I say, remember the whole thing with artists is that how you always look at your last work and try to better it.
Yeah.
So now I say, you keep this formula that I have, because if you overthink, you start making bad work.
Nah, you see, with me, how it is with me, yeah? I don't like to stick on one formula too long. So you see how I do this?
Yeah.
The next project might be, I might do it in the same vein. Or the next project, I might be, all right, let me put this together from the start as an album.
And,
'Cause I don't like to,
and I'm not saying me, but
Yeah.
as I say, the whole thing is like, no matter, don't think it out, just don't overthink it.
Oh, yeah, I can't
That is it.
overthink.
Now I mean, just don't overthink it, because
Yeah, can't overthink nothing.
it comes to a point now that how Mike, you could basically do this without thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't.
Autopilot kind
Yeah,
of
you could just fly through and make a good album.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be like, yo, I need this, I need that, and you just
Yeah.
have to just be like, okay, they were looking for like how even if you want to go in the lines, how you plan out with 6 6 8,
Yeah,
hits it.
Yeah.
If you want to go along that line, fine. But my whole thing is don't overthink it, right? Because don't overthink it. Because right now you're in a stride. Now you're in a stride.
Yeah.
Everything that hits in the heart.
Yeah.
You understand? You're Usain Bolton, you know. That's like,
Coasting.
yeah, just cruising to it. You're holding up. You're showing you off the goal now.
Yeah.
So don't overthink it. Just continue doing what you're doing.
For sure. So yeah, folks, that was special edition of the Hostility podcast, Dirty Pages edition, just a breakdown of how it all came together. So you could find me, where Micwise88, IG, Twitter, all that shit. You can get the link to the album will be in the description of this video. It will be all over my social media. So yeah, Doughboy, where could the people find you?
No motherfucking wow. Nah. You can find me on Insta, Lord Drippington. Doughboy on SoundCloud. I was supposed to be doing, Mike now what does be making YouTube. I want to start making YouTube videos, making beats, so I'll be doing it on Instagram. So most likely I will start off YouTube with just me doing production on it.
Yeah, he's gonna be a YouTuber.
Yeah. So I'll let you know where you can find me on that shit later on. Alright.
Nice. So nice. This has been good. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching, listening. This is Micwise and
Doughboy.
signing out. No, it is big up Filthy Ghost Records for having us. And yeah, it was nice people.